Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got some super easy food gifts to share with you, and I'll show you exactly how I'm going to package them as well. They're budget friendly. You can give them to your friends, your family. So if you want to know how to make them, stick around. I'll show you how. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Right, Maxwell? Okay, for this one I'm going to use some white almond bark. I'm going to use some chocolate peppermint candy canes. You can use any kind of candy cane you want, and then I'm using Oreos. Okay, using a large cookie sheet, you're just going to cover it with some parchment paper. Okay, next, using a microwave-safe dish, you're going to take 16 ounces of almond bark. Now, if you buy the ones from Walmart, each one of these cubes is 2 ounces, and you're going to use 8 of these. And if you don't have almond bark available to you, you can use white chocolate. Okay, next we're going to take our candy canes. I'm using 8 of these, and I'm going to break these into pieces in a food processor. This is how fine mine came out. Next, I'm going to take 10 Oreo cookies and I'm going to put those into the food processor, and I'm going to ground those up too. Now, I'm not going to ground those up all the way down. I still am going to leave some pieces in there. You just want enough to where it's not completely ground up and you still have little chunks in it. You're going to melt your almond bark in the microwave at 30-second intervals until it is completely smooth. It's smooth, we're just going to pour it out on our parchment paper, and then we're going to kind of spread it out. You don't want it too thin, but you want to make sure that you do get it spread out so that it does go a long way. You don't want to be able to see through it, just get it smoothed out, and then we're going to add our topping to it next. Next, I went ahead and mixed my peppermint and my Oreos together, and I'm just going to spread it out till I have this completely covered. Now, this mixture went a lot farther than I thought it was going to, so you can reduce it some, or you'll end up baking another batch. And you could always leave the rest of it for ice cream topper if you want to. And then you're going to take the back of your spoon and kind of push this down a little bit, and then put it in the refrigerator and let it set up. To use the rest of my mixture up, I did melt 8 ounces more of the almond bark, and that pretty much used the rest of our mixture. Once it's completely cooled, you're just going to break it into small bite-sized pieces. This recipe went a long way. Once you start breaking this up, you're going to get quite a few gifts out of this, and this really is a good combination of flavors. And then some of the topping will come off on this. You could either make another batch or just save that for ice cream topper later. To package these, I'm just using a 5 by 11 inch bag, and I'm just going to fill these 1/4 of the way full. And then I'm just using a clear rubber band to tie these off at the top. And this batch made 7 of these bags. I'm giving you these tags in the description below. You can just download them, print it on cardstock, and cut them out. And then I'm going to use some garland, and I'm just going to make a little wreath. I'm just wrapping it around my finger, about 3 fingers, and then wrapping it around a couple of times to make a wreath. I'm going to put one of these on each one of my bags. And you get that at Amazon. I'll give you the link for it. So just run it right over the top, pull it on down, and I'm going to do all of mine exactly that same way. This is real inexpensive garland, and it goes a long way. It just really does kind of dress up your packages a little bit better. For the final touch, I'm just taking some green and white checked ribbon, running it right through my tag. I just punched my tags with an 1/8 inch hole punch, and I'm just going to wrap it right around the front and tie it into a nice bow. This is an easy way to package. It doesn't take a lot of work, and it's not very expensive. All right, look how cute that turned out. Okay, for this next one, I'm just going to use some of the small pretzels, and I'm going to use a 16-ounce bag of these, and I'm going to pour my entire bag into my bowl. Okay, next, into a medium saucepan, I'm going to add 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Now, I have given you the recipe for all of these in the description below. You can download those and print them out. All the recipes will be included in this video. You're going to add 1 cup of butter to this. I'm just using salted butter because that's what I usually use at home. And I'm going to cut this into about tablespoon sizes to get it down a little bit easier to melt. And you could melt this ahead of time and just pour melted butter into your pan. Okay, next I'm going to add 1/4 cup of light corn syrup. And if you make any of these recipes today, after I finished making all of these, this one right here was the absolute best.
You're going to bring this to a boil over medium heat, and once you get this to a boil, you're going to boil this for 5 minutes, stirring constantly. It's going to bubble a lot, and you want to make sure that you are stirring constantly so it doesn't burn to the bottom of your pan. Now remove it from the heat, and then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And then you're going to stir that really good till it's completely incorporated. And then you're going to add 1/2 bag of Heath toffee bits, just a half of it because you're going to save the other half for the topping. And then just stir that really good, and then we're going to pour that over our pretzel mixture and blend this all in together. And you're going to have to kind of work fast because this does get thick real quick. And just make sure that you get all of this coated completely, and then we're going to transfer this to a parchment lined baking sheet. Just really spend some time on this part, making sure that you get every bit of that coated. Just going to transfer this over to a baking dish, and then just really spread this out so you do have like a thin layer on here. And then we're going to bake it in the oven for 1 hour, stirring every 15 minutes. That's what's going to really dry this out and give it the crispiness. But you definitely want to take the time to stir every 15 minutes while it's baking. Once this is finished baking and your mixture is still hot, you're going to sprinkle the rest of the Heath bar pieces on top. And then just set that aside and let that cool completely. And then once that's cool, you're just going to start breaking it apart into kind of bite-sized pieces. This came apart really easily. It wasn't that hard. A lot of the pretzels separated completely. Package these. I'm just going to take a 5 by 11 clear bag, and I'm going to fill these about halfway up. Now, if you're making these to sell like at a craft fair or something like that, you probably want to wear gloves while you're doing this. I'm just making these for my family, so I'm not wearing gloves. Next, I'm just going to tie the top of them off with a rubber band. Now, this pack made about 8 bags of these, so that was pretty good for a 16-ounce bag of pretzels. And I'm just using a clear rubber band. I'll give you the link for these. I get these on Amazon. They're real handy for food packaging. Next, I'm going to take a little lunch bag, and I'm going to put these down in here, and then I'm going to cut the top off, probably about at least 3 inches off the top. You just want it tall enough just to go up to the top of that bag. And then I'm going to add a couple of little hole punches at the top to run a ribbon through it. And then I'm going to add some greenery right in the center to kind of really dress it up. And then I'm just using a red and white checked ribbon. I'm going to run it through to the front. And then this is what's going to actually hold that greenery in and seal it up at the same time. And then I'm just going to add my greenery right back into the center, and then I'm going to tie a bow. And this is what's going to actually hold your greenery in place. And then just tie a nice bow, cut your ends off, and then I am going to take a little ornament I got at Hobby Lobby, and I am going to attach this to the front part of my bag. And then I'm going to add another one of those tags, just like I did on my last one, to the very front as well. This really did dress this up a lot. Okay, for this next one, I'm going to use butter snap pretzels, and I'm going to pour them into a large Ziploc bag. Okay, next in a small bowl, I'm going to mix 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. I'm just using the thick salt. You can use just regular salt if you want to. Then I'm adding 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of dill weed, 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And if you want more, you can add more on those. And then 3 tablespoons of ranch mix. Now you can just use 1 packet. That's the equivalent of this. I just had mine in a jar. And then you're going to mix all that up together. Then just pour that into your bag and kind of shake it up a little bit. And then we're going to add 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. And then we're going to put it into the bag, and then we're going to seal the bag and really shake it up to get everything mixed up together. And you're going to have to take a little bit of time on this, but just make sure that you do shake it up really good so that every piece of this is coated. Next, we're going to line a baking sheet with some parchment paper, and then I'm going to evenly lay this out onto here, just kind of shake it so that it does spread out. And then we are going to put a little bit extra dill on top if you like dill. I am just sprinkling a little bit more on top of here. Then you're going to bake it at 250 degrees for 30 minutes, stirring every 10 minutes. Package these. I'm just going to distribute these in some 5x11 bags. This is the easiest way this time of year because you are in a crunch to get your stuff packed up. But just use some plastic bags and then you can decorate them up with bows and tags, and it really does make a difference. Like the other ones, I'm just sealing it up with a rubber band, and then I'm going to put a pretty bow, and I'm going to put an ornament on these too. I did the ornament on those paper bags and I thought that looked so cute. And I'm just adding one of those little tags right to the front. This was pretty easy, and I think these turned out so cute. Let me know what you think in the comments. For this next one, you're going to need to cover 2 baking sheets with parchment paper and just set these aside. This one, we're going to use some rice checks and some golden graham cereal, and then we're going to use a large bowl, and I'm going to mix 6 cups of both cereals into this bowl. Now I will have to separate this here in a little bit because my bowl wasn't big enough to hold this. If you have a much larger bowl, I'd recommend using it for this, but I am going to divide this between 2 bowls once I get all my dry ingredients in here. And all the recipes are in the description below. You can just download them and print them out. Before we mix in the other ingredients, I'm just going to take some time to really mix this together well. Next, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of sliced almonds. Add 2 cups of sweetened coconut flakes. And then really mix up your ingredients well. Now I am going to separate this into another bowl, so I am going to get it completely mixed together good before I put half of it into another bowl. Then I did end up pouring it into another bowl that was a little bit bigger so I could really get this mixed up good before I divided it between my 2 bowls. Okay, then I'm going to get this completely mixed up, and then I'm going to divide it between the other bowl that I just had. And if you're dividing it like I am, you need to make sure that you have equal amount in both bowls because you are going to have the next ingredients that you're going to have to split between the 2. Next, in a saucepan, you're going to take 2 sticks of butter, so 1 cup of butter, and you're going to cut it into pieces. And then to that mixture, I'm going to add 1 cup of the corn syrup, and I'm using the light corn syrup, but you want to make sure you get a full cup in this. And then we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. Next, over your stove on medium heat, you're going to start mixing this until it comes to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, you're going to boil it for about 3 to 4 minutes, stirring constantly until it starts thickening up. You're going to remove it from the heat, and you're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and you're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And just get all this mixed in really good. Just continue to stir until it gets completely mixed up in there, and then you're going to pour half this mixture into one bowl and half into the other bowl. And then you're going to kind of have to work quick on this because it does start to get a lot gooier. That's what this is. This is kind of a gooey type treat, and it will start getting kind of gooey pretty quick. So you are going to have to kind of stir fast. And I'm just doing it between the 2 of them so I can kind of get them evenly coated both at the same time. And then we're going to pour each one of these bowls onto a cookie sheet, and we are going to set those aside to dry. Once you pour it onto your cookie sheet, you need to spend some time to kind of spread this out a little bit. And then the thinner you spread it out, the quicker it'll dry. And then you're going to put the rest of that on your other cookie sheet. And I think this ended up getting completely cooled. I would say set it aside for about an hour. And then we can package them. If you completely let it dry, then you're just going to break it into small bite-sized pieces. And this broke up pretty easily. I mean, this is not real gooey once you get it done, so it does break up pretty nicely. I'm just going to package these in those same 5x11 inch bags. I'm just kind of evenly distribute it between several of them. This did make quite a few. I'll tell you here in just a second exactly how many it made. Okay, then I'm just going to take one of those little clear rubber bands, wrap it around a few times, and this ended up making 12 bags. This one recipe made 12 bags, which is pretty good, and I put a pretty generous amount in each one of my bags. To package these, I got these little pine sprigs from Hobby Lobby. You get quite a few in a pack. It's almost like a pipe cleaner, and I'm just wrapping it around the top part of each one of my bags. Now, when they get ready to eat this, they can just slide that right off the top. It's not going to have to be where they have to untwist it or anything. It will slide right off the top part of your bag. But this really did dress it up pretty quick and easy. And then next, I'm just going to take one of the tags, some green and white checked ribbon, and I'm just going to tie it right around the top of the bag as well. And this kind of finished it out pretty nicely. Greenery really does look pretty on a little package. Okay, I think these turned out so pretty. Let me know what you think in the comments.
This next one, we're just going to take some parchment paper. We're just going to lay it out on our countertop. And then I'm going to use some Biscoff cookies and then some white almond bark. And I'm just using a little measuring cup, and I'm just going to kind of fill it up with some of these cubes. And then put it in the microwave and melt it at 30-second intervals until it is smooth. Next, I'm going to put some cookies down. I'm going to space them out about 2 inches apart. And then I'm going to add some green food coloring to my almond bark. Now, I'm not going to make it real green. I'm just going to make it a light green. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want to stain everybody's mouths. But just get it blended in really good. And I'm just going to take a drinking glass and I'm going to put a piping bag down inside of it and overhang the edges a little bit. And then I'm just going to add my almond bark to this. I'm going to fill this completely full. And then I'm going to take a rubber band and I'm going to tie off the top. Okay, next you're just going to cut the very tip of it off, and then we're going to start kind of in the middle of the cookie, and we're going to build up a Christmas tree on here. Just go back and forth until you get it where you're going to get smaller at the top, and just keep going until you have all your cookies covered. These were actually pretty quick and easy, and these were really fun to do. And then I'll show you how I'm going to package them here in a little bit too, because they really did turn out cute. And at first, I didn't think that I was going to be able to pick the cookie up after they dried, but it was perfectly fine. They turned out really good. And I was able to make quite a few of these with this one batch. And then once you get them completely frosted like this with the almond bark, then we're going to decorate them. And I'm just going to take red sprinkles and kind of sprinkle them onto each of my trees just by hand. I wouldn't just pour them on there because they'll just end up going everywhere. Just a little bit goes a long way on these. And then you're going to let these set aside and not touch them and let them dry. Mine had to take probably about an hour to completely dry. And you can decorate them however you want to. You can even put a star on top if you want to. These were actually pretty fun to make. To package these, I'm just taking a bag that has a self-sealing closure on it. I'm putting 3 of these in each bag. And then you just pull the tape off, then just tuck it under. And I think I got these on Amazon. I'll have to see if I can find the link for these. I got these little cookie boxes on Amazon. I'm just going to put some crinkle paper in it. And then I'm going to add my cookies right to the top and just close this up. These are a real cute little box to package these in. And I'm taking a red and white check ribbon to wrap around these. And then I'm just going to tie a bow off into the front. And if you have a lot of people that you want to gift a food gift to, this is probably the quickest and easiest and one of the least expensive to make. And they turn out so cute. Look how cute these are.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope it gave you some inspiration. If you like these kind of videos, be sure and give me a like, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified when I have a new video upload. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And if nobody's told you today, you're awesome. See you next time. Thanks for watching.